Let's go, YouTube. AK High TV, salute. Lawrence Williams, salute. Did I see TT get KO'd? Who's TT? Ricky B, salute. I haven't watched any boxing today. No boxing. What's up, bro? Joe Burns, salute in the super chat. Said, what up, Blue? What up? What's shaking with you, gang? Former WBO 118-pound champ. Nah. George Michael, salute. I haven't seen anything, Lawrence Williams. Oh, dope. Rich Mass, salute. Stephen Lamonte Hawkins, salute. That's fire. Armando Bustamante, salute. Salute to San Antonio. Jamaican Sports TV, salute. Snacks B, salute. They ain't both duck each other. Amara Austin, salute. Byron Israel Smith, salute. Burgess Meredith, salute. Lawrence Williams, I ain't see that, man. Deontay Watkins, salute. Oh. Yeah, those are fire. Yeah. Yeah, that's fire. LJ Fighter, salute in the super chat. He said, Blue, appreciate the grind. Keep it up. No doubt. Appreciate you. Artur Shadi, salute. Shiga Z Anuna, salute. Mel 77, salute. Benjamin Harrington, salute. Nah, they ain't don't duck each other. I am True Maine, salute. It's a one-way street, bro. This was a one-way street. Single-way street, man. I know people like to, nobody want to truly, sometimes you get people that don't want to pick a side. So they say, well, it's like both their faults. No. No. We ain't going to begin to do that. We ain't going to begin to do that. We're going to place blame where it belongs. Narco Hamper TV, salute. We're going to place blame where it belongs. Jacob McDonald, salute. If the champ Deontay was at fault. I would say he's at fault. But nope, Mr. Finesse, salute. Anthony Young, salute. Nope, we're gonna place blame where it belongs. We ain't gonna do that, man. See, that's what happens. There's too many narratives out there, and people don't know the ins and outs, right? So they go around and they spew stuff that's not true. You understand me? You get people that run around talking about the situation and don't know. Dalzapedia, John Wilson, TB Boxer Addict, salute. What's good with you? Yeah, 11 pounds overweight, and now he's going to be suspended. He ain't even attempt to make weight. He ain't even attempt to respect the sport. No casual reloan, salute. Yeah, smash that like button, man. Get them likes up, man. I don't know what the numbers looking like, but get it up, man. Reggie Cheese, salute. So here's the thing, man. Let's get right into this, because I ain't gonna be on here too long. I got things to do. Troy Boy, salute. Paris Wambu. The only thing UK fighters don't dodge are peds. Faris Wambui. I hope I said your name right. Anthony LeGrande, BNB Boxing. TB Boxer Addict, salute. What's shaking, my peoples, man? We're going to get into this, man. Right off top. You understand me? Brian, New York. Red One, Ice Islam, salute. So we got 100 people. Let's get 100 likes, man. How many likes we got? Somebody keep me posted. How many likes we got? How many likes we got? He said, Blue, this time of the year, I'm loving having left New York. I love this time of the year in New York, man. Tex Rock, Christopher Simmons, baddest boxer on the planet, salute. Verona Zorro, salute. Oh, no, that's not enough, man. Smash that like button. Get them likes to 100. Lux 818, salute. Tex Rock, John Wilson, salute. OBJ5E, salute. I love this time of the year, man. Newborn, salute. Damian Foster, T Plums, 101, salute. What's shaking with you, King? And let's get into this. We're going to jump right into this, man. Marquis Wilder, peace and blessings to you, King. Salute. Let's jump right into this, man. Because it begins, man. It begins again, right? Paul Ruffin, salute. D. McGee, salute. It begins again, man. It starts again, man. And it begins. Roy Babineau, salute. Esco, salute. What's shaking? So let's get into this, right? There's so many contradictions on the part of Matchroom CEO and promoter Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua. They're not even credible. I don't even know how anybody could defend what they're saying. Salute to my brother, Mr. Finesse, in the super chat. Once again, he said, because you deserve it. Salute, fam. I love your grind. LDBC. Salute to you, King. Brian Heath, salute. Texas Bubba 6, salute. Tony Hayes, salute. Spiker Han, salute. So let's get into this, right? The contradictions and the back talking. Oh, here you go. Get it. The contradiction. Ernesto Gomez Guerrero, salute. Ashanti L, salute. Marcus Priest, salute. The contradictions. The back talking. Walking you around the block. It's utterly ridiculous. I don't even know how it's believable. And this is the last time I'm going to build on this subject. Right? Because it's obvious people want to believe what they want to believe, and that's cool. You can believe what you want to believe. But when you're dealing with facts, how could you possibly try to defend against facts? Right? You can't defend against facts. Mark Wunderlich, salute. You just can't do it. Smash the like button. We got 130 people. We should have 130 likes. You can't defend against facts. Mountain South D-Town, salute. You just can't. The contradictions. Anthony Joshua won the title, and he stated that he wasn't ready to face Deontay Wilder or Tyson Fury. This came out his mouth, not Deontay Wilder's mouth. But for some reason, for some odd reason, people like to put these words in Deontay Wilder's mouth. Barry Dutch, salute. No, they didn't. No, at no certain point, they both ducked. No, they didn't. Place blame where it belongs, on Anthony Joshua. Barry Dutch, he said at a certain point, they both ducked each other. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. It's not possible. Sugar Fantastic, salute in the super chat. He said, MX, salute to you, King. He said, greetings from Mexico, Blue. Check it out. Sky is so biased towards AJ that they won't allow people in Mexico to view some of the AJ Ruiz YouTube stuff. Wow. Wow. Wow, man. Salute to Pito Frescoball. So he said, Chuga Fantastic said they're not allowing them to see the AJ Ruiz YouTube stuff, the build-up over in Mexico. That's bad, man. There goes 619 Cali Factor. Salute. Law Coverall Plums. Man, I can't. Hey, man, you got to break that name down to me. You got to break that name down to me, bro. He said some of the videos are not available. Wow. That's horrible, man. That's horrible. That's horrible. Lucas Kazaj. Wilder duck Joshua refused the $120 million. See? Somebody that don't know what he's talking about. Now look at this dude, right? Now look at this guy right here. Right here. What's his name? Where you go? Where you go? Lucas Kazaj. He said Wilder duck Joshua refused to take $120 million DAZN money. Right? You heard what he said. Now let me ask you a question. Now answer the question. Call the counselor. Salute. Call the counselor, said AJ will take Wilder by KO, just like Tyson kicked his butt. So why didn't AJ take the fight? Now answer that question and call the counselor. Kyle Hawkins, salute. Great Gladiator, salute. Did Wilder send a contract to AJ? Wilder wouldn't send a contract to AJ because AJ is the quote-unquote A side. You don't send a contract to the A side. The A side sends a contract to you, Great Gladiator. Hey, I'm just here to tell you the truth. Now, the counselor. Don't block anybody, man. Great Gladiator. Again, he said there was no contract from Wilder when AJ asked. Why would AJ ask for a contract when he's the A side? So then that means by admission, you're saying that Wilder's the A side. Is Wilder the A side or is AJ the A side? Let's ask that question. Jethro 66, salute. Now, also, Wilder sent him $50 million that he asked for. That's the contract enough, right? What more does he need to send him? Mastermind, salute. Yeah, I mean, what more is there to excuse? These dudes block if someone different. Hey, listen, don't block nobody. Corner Girl 66, peace and blessings to you, Queen. Don't block nobody. Don't block anybody, man. I'll let y'all know. Ronald Finkley, salute. I'll let y'all know if need be when that time comes. Now listen to this. Another dude don't know what he's talking about. Let me ask you a question. Jamaican, where'd he go? Why did it go that fast? Jamaican Sports TV. He said AJ is the A side by far, especially now that Wilder pay-per-view flop. Okay, let me ask you a question. Who told you and where did you get the information that the pay-per-view flop? I'll wait. Now tell us where your source is that told you that it flopped. Now tell us where you got your source from. Same beat. Salute. Tell us where you got your source from. Ruben Salinas Jr. Salute. Mr. J 8531. Salute. Tell us where you got your source from. There go my brother, Kurt Anderson. Hold on, let me. Hey, Kurt, call right back so I can connect it. Okay. Where'd he go? Did he drop his information? DeMarlon Vanderpool Bryant, salute. Did he drop his information? Where'd you get the source from? Don't disappear. Don't disappear. Tell me where you got your source from that told you that. Watch this. Underrated Darkness, salute. All right, so tell me where you got your source from. You here, you ain't telling me. Chilltown Major, salute. You're telling me that you're here, but you ain't telling me where you got your source from. So where'd you get the source from? Who told you that? Ernest Brown, salute. Soundwave, salute. Who told you that? Where'd you get your source from and drop your source? Ricky Edwards, salute. Fotex LAC, salute. Where'd you get your source from? After 1 week, pay-per-view buys haven't been released. So if the pay-per-view buys, now listen to this. Listen to this, right? You there, Kurt? Try it again because it didn't connect. Let me try it one more time. All right. Where'd you get your source from? He said the pay-per-view numbers after a week, the pay-per-view numbers haven't been released. But yet you said it's flop. How you know it flop if the numbers ain't been released? Answer that question. See how simple this is? Very, very easy. This is easy. Easy work. Salute, New Jersey. P Money. Scant Rants. Salute. This is easy work. Donnie Johnson. Salute. So answer this. You said it's been a week and they ain't released the numbers. I'm not being biased at all. I'm not going to. How am I being biased? I'm asking you a question. You said the pay-per-view numbers. This is 1 + 1 = 2, right? My 4-year-old daughter could do this math. Eddie Sports Money, salute. Harry Sackett, salute. Right? Now, look, 50 million is irrelevant when AJ making 85. AJ made 85 million 2 years ago. And show me proof that he making 85 million. Show me proof he making 85 million. Drop your source. JB Judas, salute. Yeah, he dodging. Torian Wells, salute. So I asked you a question, right? My daughter could do this math, right? You said it's been a week and they haven't dropped the pay-per-view numbers. No, I don't know it flop. I know the numbers. I know the numbers. So, but you said that it flopped, right? But then in the same token, you said they haven't released it. So how you talk about something that you don't even know happened? There you go. Got you in there, Kurt.
What's going on, Blue?
Ain't nothing, man. I'm sitting here. I'm talking about this Wilder AJ. You know they started up again, right? With the Wilder Duck AJ and all of this nonsense, right? So they haven't released the numbers yet of what the Ortiz fight did. Now I know the numbers now. I know a roundabout way of the numbers, right? But you get guys in here, and they're saying it flopped, right? So I asked these dudes in the chat, how'd they know it flopped? If you don't know what the number, he said the numbers haven't been released yet. So if you don't know the numbers haven't been released, then why are you saying it flopped? You don't know the numbers. That's just simple comic math, right? And then go ahead, Kurt.
Let me tell you something, man. They said it was going to flop before the fight even happened. This is nothing but trying to undermine, Deontay Wilder. I don't really get into numbers and contracts and everything, but this is just to put down Deontay Wilder. Your man has lost already. and and Wilder been coming off two spectacular knockouts against Brazil and against Ortiz, the guy that Joshua thought. I've been saying it for a long time. Joshua's not that good. It came to fruition when he got knocked out by Ruiz. Now they say he's making $85 million. I don't know how much he's making. I doubt it'd be $85 million. I doubt it. I very highly doubt it. He'd be bringing home a good, pocket change. But, Wilder I'll put it like this, and I'm going to let you, cook on this.
Mhm.
I'd rather be a popular fighter in the United States of America than being a crossover star in Europe. Being a star fighter in Europe it's like being a hot dog vendor at Yankee Stadium. So I'd rather be a popular fighter, and he's not a crossover star. That's like a Ali Leonard, Mike Tyson. He's a very popular fighter who's gaining momentum with each fight.
Salute to Mailman Mike in the super chat. We still haven't seen any numbers on AJ from the zone except when he fought Povetkin, and those numbers were garbage. Exactly. And this is my thing, right, Kurt? We've yet to see any proof of any numbers that Anthony Joshua done. Not one. But yet, it amazes me. These fans of Anthony Joshua, Eddie Hearn, they absolutely amaze me. Eddie Hearn sat right there to my face and contradicted himself, and yet people still believe what he said, right? He sat there and asked me, well, Wilder, I just got an offer. This is what he said. I got an offer from a guy from Alabama with no proof of funds. So then I asked Shelly Finkel, and they said, well, we sent Eddie Hearn, and he didn't answer, right? Then Eddie Hearn said, and then the very next day, within 24 hours, I asked Eddie Hearn again, and he says, I never asked to see proof of funds. When he told me on camera, he asked to see proof of funds. Then Anthony Joshua said, they say the fight is worth $100 million. This is all on tape. I don't even understand how people even have a leg to stand on with this. I don't even understand it. Anthony Joshua sits on tape and says, they say the fight is worth $100 million. If that's the case, give me $50 million and I'll fight him tomorrow. Is that not what he said? This is exactly what he said, right, Kurt?
Yeah, I remember like it was yesterday. You never take the first offer. See, people, Joshua fans, Blood was debating on that guy, I forgot his name, but IOTBA, and they basically was saying that Wilder should take anything. He should take the first offer. Listen, when Mayweather fought Pacquiao, and of course I rooted for Mayweather, but Pacquiao was smart because he didn't take the first offer that Mayweather gave him. Mayweather said, take the $40 million, I'll wire you the money tonight, and you'll have the money in your account, real soon. So Manny was like, you crazy? He wound up getting 150. So, you never take the first offer. And I'm glad Wilder, didn't take that offer, and they'll bring up the $120 million, $120 million offer. You never know the stipulations in the contract. So we don't know that. The inner workers of that contract, I mean, who wouldn't take 3 fights, 120? But you don't know that though. So that's what they see. It's very ignorant, of the fans over there, because they usually have a pompous attitude about things, and but these are American dudes who's against the LDBC, cheering, has become Anthony Joshua cheerleaders because they hate Wilder so much.
Mm-hmm. And another thing is, right, I see people always love to talk about, well, he sold out Wembley Stadium, right? They love to use that. So I ask people, is Carl Froch and George Grove as popular as Anthony Joshua? I ask people that all the time. No straight answer, right? But we know that Carl Froch and George Grove did 80,000 at Wembley Stadium themselves. So is it Anthony Joshua's popularity, or is it the support of the sport of boxing in the UK? You see what I'm saying, Kurt? It's the sport of boxing is perceived totally different in the UK than it is in the States, because they supported Carl Froch versus George Groves, and this is Carl Froch after he lost to Andre Ward, and George Groves had already lost. So they still sold 80,000 seats at Wembley Stadium. So it had nothing to do with Joshua's popularity. It's the support of the sport of boxing in the UK.
You know, I always ask myself, and I respect the UK. I really do. I give them a hard time. I'm an American boxer fan through and through. So, you know, it's a natural rivalry. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with the UK versus America, America versus UK. It started in over there in the 1600s, late 1600s. But, you know, you ask yourself, Blue and Chat, are they coming to see a boxing match or coming to see who's just there? You know, how many people in that audience are really true boxing fans? How many people just got tickets because there was an office raffle or whatever? Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, Frank, and Groves did very well, and Frank Bruno way back in the day, in the 80s, Frank Bruno fought Tim Witherspoon, and Wembley Stadium, and they sold it out. So, you ask yourself, and the fan base of Ricky Hatton, you ask yourself, are they true boxing fans, or are they just coming to see, because it's a party atmosphere, the singing of Sweet Caroline and everything, so you ask yourself that. I mean, if you want to take the high road and say, oh, no, man, they're a cute boxing fan who know everything about the sport, and they're dedicated. Then that's that's neither here nor there. I mean, it's up to you to believe that. I really don't. I don't, because I look in the crowd and I know who's a boxing fan or not.
Mm-hmm. And not to mention, Kurt, right? If you have 80,000 people sitting there, this is a boxing match. This is not a soccer game. This is not a football game. It's not a basketball game, right? A boxing match, right? Kurt, if you have 80,000 people sitting there and you're sitting way in the back, you absolutely cannot see what's going on. You are literally watching it on the screen. So you are there for the event, like you said, Kurt. They're there for the event. They're not there for the boxing match, because you can't even see the boxing match. You can't even see the boxing match in the Barclays Center if you're sitting way at the top. You can't see what's actually going on in the ring. You spend the majority of your time looking at the big screen. The same goes at the Staples Center. When Sean Porter and Errol Spence just fought, I was sick. I got sick, right? And so I sat up in the media booth, which is way at the top, right? And Kurt, I watched the fight literally from the big screen. I couldn't see what was going on in the ring. It's not possible. And we're talking about the Staples Center doesn't hold nearly 80,000 people. So when people say this, right, it's an admission that they don't even understand what they're talking about. Because clearly they're not there to support a boxing match. They're there for the atmosphere and the event, like you just said, Kurt. They're not there for a boxing match. Because you can't even see the boxing match. Right? I would much rather see, and then on top of it, Kurt, let's be honest. Kurt, there's tickets for $25. I looked at the tickets for Joshua fights. You can get tickets for $25, which in return is 25 pounds. So I guess it's like $32 our money. You can't even get popcorn and a soda with us for $32, let alone a ticket. Go ahead, Kurt.
It's not how many people are at a fight. It's what the gate does at the end of the night, and like, listen, there was 132,000 people to see Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. fight Greg Haugen. The tickets were $5, each.
Right.
The tickets are $5. So, it's a disclaimer, whatever you want to call it. Like you said, you over here you can't get popcorn and a soda for that.
Right.
So it's how much they charge you per person. How much the gate is going to make. Not how many people in the seats.
Right. I got a bottle of water at the MGM. It was $7.50.
Goodness gracious.
Now,
And
now,
I used to go to Yankee Stadium all the time, and you got to put food on layaway. I used to have $300 or $400 in my pocket just to enjoy myself.
right. So how could it? And you're talking about getting tickets. So that's an event. If I could go to an event like that, and the atmosphere is excitement like that for $32, people are not even. So again, and somebody said, well, Carl Froch is just as revered in the UK as Anthony Joshua. Well, that says a lot because Ricky Burns still sells out. Derek Chisora has 9 losses. He still sells out. It's the proof is in the pudding. It has nothing to do with the boxer himself. It has everything to do with the sport and the atmosphere is what's being supported. That's what's being supported. So when people, and he's a big fish in a small pond. We have states over here in America that's bigger than the UK. States. So he's a big fish in a small pond. Deontay Wilder is a big fish in a large pond. 2 different things. So if you shrink the pond, of course he'd be. And the sport of boxing is not perceived. The sport of boxing here in the States is at 8th. You have the NFL, NHL, and Major League Baseball, the NBA. Then you have college basketball, college football, tennis, all types of stuff that comes in before the boxing, and then it competes with the MMA now. So this is all Deontay Wilder has to compete with. I told people before when he fought Ortiz the first time, Sergey Kovalev and Dmitry Bivol fought at Madison Square Garden the same time he fought at the Barclays Center against Ortiz. The Madison Square Garden is a much bigger attraction than the Barclays Center. They fought at the Madison Square Garden with the population. What we have a huge Ukraine Russian population here in New York. So that population is going to migrate to the garden, and it's an attraction. And there was a UFC fight, and the Duke in North Carolina played that night, and he still did over 1.5 million views. Salute to Mr. Finesse in the super chat. Regardless of Wilder's views, he's 42-0, the king of boxing, and their hero is scared of him. These dudes are man fans. Yep. We got the one to give it to you. Salute in the super chat. He says, salute Bluebird Sports. Hey, Blue, where's the mecca of boxing? The mecca of boxing is Madison Square Garden, man. Salute Snacks B in the super chat. Salute, families. Sup with it. Get them likes up. Yeah, smash the like button, my peoples. You know, a lot of people feel like the mecca of boxing is Vegas. Some feel like it's Madison Square Garden. You know, at this point in time, you know, with social media and you know, everything that goes on, it's hard to say right now. What would you say it is, Kurt?
I'm big on history and lineage, man. I still say Madison Square Garden, man. They don't hold as many fights as before, but I've been to Vegas and I've been to Madison Square Garden 150 times at least. And, you know, there's nothing like Madison Square Garden in a big fight, man. I mean, you know, the atmosphere where Miguel Cotto used to fight there in Philly, Trinidad, you know, against William Choppy, man, and Kevin Kelly, you know, against Prince Nassim Hamed that was at the Garden, man. Las Vegas, you know, it's a good crowd, and you know, but see, people go to Vegas because what's after the fight, you got fight parties, you know, you got the strip, but in New York, you got hardcore fight fans at Madison Square Garden, man. It was beautiful when Felix Tito Trinidad fought at Madison Square Garden, man. It was a sight to behold, you know. So you know, Mike Tyson used to fight at the Garden. I seen Chavez fight Laporte there. I seen Camacho fight Rosario. So, you know, I've been in the Garden and I know what it's whole. I mean, they're trying to get Anthony Joshua, ironically, to fight there because of its lineage. It didn't really work out too well for him. But, you know, Madison Square Garden.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Kurt, let me ask you what I was saying about the view. 80,000 people and you can't even see. What you think about that?
That's correct. You know, hey, listen, we used to have black college football games at Meadowlands, and I'm the biggest college football fan in the world. I didn't go to see Howard and Hampton. I went for the girls. You know, I bought my tickets just so you could get in, but you couldn't get in the parking lot where they used to have house music parties. You couldn't get in the parking lot unless you bought a ticket to the game. I just bought a ticket way up in the mezzanine so I could get in the parking lot. So I know exactly what you're talking about because I used to do it.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying, right? They don't understand that he's a big fish in a small pond, and Deontay Wilder gets absolutely he can't even walk 10 feet in the UK without getting swarmed. So let's not act like so. And guess what? If the roles are reversed, Deontay Wilder comes to the UK, he gets swarmed. Joshua walked down the street in New York City, nobody knows who he is. Now there's attention because you got security around him, and he's 6'6". So people gonna assume, is he a football player? Is he a basketball player? The last thing they're gonna think about is boxing. That's the last thing they're gonna think about is boxing. So Deontay Wilder is more known in the States than Joshua is known in the States. But Deontay Wilder is known in the UK just as much as Joshua is in the UK. That tells you everything you need to know. It's simple. It's simple mathematics. Simple. And so as far as people saying, well, the Ortiz fight, it didn't do well. It's going to be a lot of long faces when the official numbers come out. I can tell you that. When they release the official numbers, it's going to be a lot of long faces. Salute to my brother, Legendary Top Cats in the building. Go subscribe to Legendary Top Cats. My brother from Texas, but he Harlem through and through, man. Right? Kurt, when they release the official numbers, it's going to be a lot of long faces. It's just like you see Rick Glazer, right? He turned around and said, I never said it was 2,500 pay-per-view sales. I said it was 250,000 pay-per-view sales. That's an inkling. Y'all need to pay attention. Pay attention. Y'all, people need to pay attention. Barry Dutch, it's official. Fury and Wilder will fight February 22nd. They got a little bit of things to iron out, and it's going to be official. So that's an inkling. You see, Rick Glazer, Kurt, he said he initially put out, and now he said it was a typo, it was an issue. He never said that it was 2,500 or 35 or 3,400, whatever he said, right? And guess what, Kurt? Everybody took it and ran with it. All I saw with these videos, Wilder Ortiz only did 2,400 pay-per-view buys. That's not even realistic, Kurt.
It's not. You know, when I knew that was a farce when I heard it. I was like 2,500 buys. It's not realistic, man. It's not. You can text me the numbers behind the scene, man. But I got an inkling. I know what it's going to be, man. And
yeah.
You know, if you could get 400, 500, 300, 350,000, you know, pay-per-view, considering what boxing is right now, you know, and how people go on streams illegally, that's a good market number because see, pay-per-view is designed to cover production costs. You know, when Triple G used to fight and he used to get 75, maybe 100,000, they knew it was going to be high, but it's to pay for production costs. You want your number to be a good number so you can have, chips on your side. So, you know, it's a lot of business goes into the sport of boxing that people don't understand.
Right. And so now, salute the man Mike in the super chat again. He said, it's over for old me to keep up the great work, Blue. Appreciate you, kid. So you get people now. I see somebody in the comment section, Wilder, he can't box. He can't box at all. All he can do is punch. Well, listen, tell Joshua get in the ring with him. Tell Joshua get in the ring with him. And so here's another thing, right, Kurt? Too many people are hung up on the numbers that Floyd Mayweather do and try to use that as comparison. Stop using Floyd Mayweather as a barometer. Stop using the numbers he did as a barometer. Stop using it. It don't count. Floyd Mayweather caught lightning in a bottle, man. He seized the moment. There will never be another Floyd Mayweather. And before him, there was Mike Tyson doing those big numbers. That's it. So let's stop using them as a barometer. Stop using them as a way to say, because this is a million pay-per-view. That's not, it don't count. He's an anomaly. He caught lightning in a bottle. That's not going to happen again. And if it do, it's not going to happen no time soon. So what's the set? We too hung up on 1.5 or 1 million. No, especially today's time. Floyd Mayweather just eked out the fact that he passed a point where people weren't streaming the fights like they do today. When Wilder fought Fury, there was 10 million streams that wasn't legit, Kurt. 10 million. So if that's not possible, then you take at least a percentage of that, a small percentage of that, right? And take a quarter of the 10 million. That's 2.5 million pay-per-views that people would have had to pay for to watch the fight. And if nobody's paying attention to him, then why would you have 10 million people illegally streaming his fights? For what? If there's no interest, then why you looking for it? You see what I'm saying, Kurt?
Absolutely, man. You know, it's always going to be a bias against Deontay Wilder because he's a black American heavyweight champion. That's always been the sentiment going back to 1908, Jack Johnson. I'm used to it. It was like that against Larry Holmes. You know, they didn't like Mike Tyson because he was egotistical. They didn't like the brute, of dark nature of Mike Tyson, and they hypocrites because Muhammad Ali is dead and they sing his praises. Oh, Ali was great and this and that. But I guarantee you, if Ali was still here and talking like he does, man, and holding up books about Elijah Muhammad, you think they would like Muhammad Ali? They would hate him with a passion. So they're hypocrites, man. And I'm not surprised, man, that they feel this way about Deontay Wilder.
Mm-hmm. And you know what another thing is, Kurt? Everybody forgets that how Muhammad Ali was perceived. You know what I mean? They waited till he couldn't talk and respond, and that's when he became so beloved. Don't get me wrong, he was popular, but his popularity grew over the years. His myth grew. You know what I mean? And so the thing is with Deontay Wilder, it doesn't matter if he could box or not. He's doing something right. He getting knockouts. So it doesn't matter if he could box you or if he can't box you. Whatever, he winning. Point blank and period. And if you feel like he's so limited, tell your favorite boxer to get in the ring with him. Simple.
I don't understand. If I was a UK fan or anti-Wilder fan, they normally Joshua Fury fans, you don't got a leg to stand on because you fought a guy by the name of Deontay Wilder and you went life and death with him. Joshua quit, was knocked out multiple times, by the Michelin Man. And, I like the rules, but, just being funny. But anyway, and Wilder's knocking people out, stretching them out like a carpet, like a Persian rug. How can you say anything? Oh, he can't box. Well, in America, we like heavyweights that can knock people out. So we're not complaining. He doesn't have the technical skills of an Ali and Holmes. Who cares? He's knocking people out brutally. I could put him in my human highlight reel for knockouts. I'll go back and look at, Wilder knockouts. I'll be like, let me go back and look at the Brazil fight, the Lahoyevich fight, or the Ortiz fight, both of them now. So we're not complaining. So I'm glad we have this platform called the LDBC where we can stand behind the fighters that we believe in that look like us and we can identify with.
And it amazes me, right? Because when Floyd Mayweather was at the height of his career and he was reigning and doing these big pay-per-view numbers, the word was that he's not exciting. He was dull, and we love knockouts. Now all Wilder do is knock people out, and now that's a complaint as well. You see what I'm saying, Kurt? Like, it's just these dudes can't win for losing, man. They just can't win for losing. And Wilder gets in there, and my big bro is in the building. Malakim Yakim, salute. What's going on with you, bro? That's my brother right there. That's my oldest brother right there. Salute. Salute the mailman Mike in the super chat. They love talking about Wilder has no skill, but he has what you can't teach, the right hand of God. Tell these skilled fighters to get in the ring. Exactly, man. You know, they just continue to move the goalposts. Yusuf Kawhi, salute. Eric Luna, salute. Little John 95, Little 95, salute. So it's like they continue to move the goalposts when it comes to Deontay Wilder, right? Or when it comes to fighters, period, over here. And you know, so it's either the pay. So Floyd Mayweather did huge pay-per-view numbers without being this exciting attraction, right? And then Deontay Wilder is doing nothing but knockouts, but now they're complaining. So now they complaining that that's all he could do. Like what do you want? What do you want? What do you want from these dudes? Like, do you want them to knock people out, or do you want them to outbox people? Because you complain that outboxing is not exciting, right? But then okay, so he knocks everybody out, everybody now. So Floyd Mayweather outboxed everybody. That wasn't good enough. Now Deontay Wilder knocks out. So now he gives you the complete polar opposite. One is hot and one is cold. They are the complete opposite, right, Kurt? So one is outboxed everybody he fought, and then the other one knocks out everybody he fought. So they're on two sides of the spectrum, right? But you said you didn't like this side, so how come you don't like this side? I don't get it. I just don't get it, Kurt. Go ahead, Kurt. You got what you think?
It's how they look and where they from. You know, it's personal. You know, because if Wilder was from the UK, they will put him up in history as, you know, man, he hit harder than Foreman and Frazier. Man, we got a guy who can we relate to and everything, man. They'll be seeing. And can you imagine if they ever had a Floyd Mayweather to come from the UK? They will be comparing him to Sugar Ray Robinson or the haters, you know. But, you know, I understand it. I understand. I know how they think, you know. But what surprised me is that, you know, we have coons over here for 2019. You know, that's American dudes, you know, and they're against Wilder or anybody we like. I just think that any fighter that the LDBC roots for, they're going to go against, you know, or, you know, like it's more of an instinctive thing than anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they don't like the fact that you can't approach Floyd Mayweather. Well, Wilder, you could approach him. Like, it's just unbelievable. And when you make, and then when you, facts, we're dealing with facts. We're not dealing with opinions. This is facts. This is a fact. Anthony Joshua asked for $50 million, Wilder offered him $50 million. Fact. Don't tell me about what he did and did not take. I don't want to hear nothing about, well, he should have just took this percentage. No, he asked for $50 million, right? And Wilder said, here go $50 million. Why are we talking about what Wilder didn't take? And then we're talking about the zone. And we're talking about, he didn't take $120 million, the offer from the zone. Well, the zone just came out, right? John Skipper and the zone just came out, and they just said they made an absolute mistake, and they dropped the ball, and they apologized to Deontay Wilder. They made a mistake, and they apologized to Deontay Wilder. Yet you still get people that coming out and stating that that he should have took the zone deal. What are we talking about? The zone themselves, John Skipper himself said he made a mistake. He underestimated Deontay Wilder's worth. He should have went for the long haul. They just admitted this. But yet you still get people come out, Kurt, and say it's Wilder's fault. How could that be possible?
You know, listen, we're going to continue to support Deontay Wilder. Great job by the champ getting Ortiz out of there, and they're going to look for anything. You know, he's on pay-per-view. You know, he's knocking people out. You know, he's making money. You know, don't really care about that. You know, but it's just the point of, you know, I wasn't even a Wilder fan when he started out. I was like, you know, just another failed American heavyweight. But, you know, what I'm impressed about Wilder is that, you know, the improvement from when I first seen him until now. You know, he has overachieved, but they're not going to talk about that. They're just going to, you know, speak, you know, negative things about him, you know. But you know, he done etched himself in, you know, in record books. You know, 32 straight knockouts, and, you know, 10 title defenses. Only 6 heavyweights has done that. You know, so, you know, to me, you know, hey, you know, he's done very well.
Right. And another thing, Kurt, I heard people saying, well, Joshua was making 85 million. He's breaking records. No, he's not. Conor McGregor, in his very first boxing match overall, made $100 million in his first boxing match. Last time I checked, Floyd Mayweather did over 100 million, got guaranteed 200 million for the Pacquiao fight, and 150 million for the McGregor fight. He averaged 32 to 35, and then 40 million a fight. Mike Tyson was making what was Mike Tyson's highest payday, you think, Kurt?
Well, I know. Let's see. He was on a steady pace. He was making 35 to 40 million dollars a fight. He made 35 million against McNeely. That was guaranteed. We never knew the numbers after the pay-per-view. You know, McNeely, Lewis, he made a lot. Spinks, he made a lot. Holyfield, he made a lot. I don't know the specific numbers. I got it somewhere, but you know, Tyson was a steady pace. He was making like the average $35 million a fight.
And my thing is that Wilder should have took the money because now Joshua is breaking records. No, he ain't breaking records. He ain't breaking records unless he eclipsed $250 million that Floyd Mayweather did. He ain't breaking nobody record. And 85 million last time I checked was less than 100 million. And so you're talking about Manny Pacquiao, Conor McGregor, Floyd Mayweather. Multiple people have already made over $100 million. So how is his $85 million breaking records? I don't understand that. I don't like these people that don't even like do people even think before they just say this stuff?
No, they don't think.
They just say stuff like, "Oh, he's breaking records with 85 million." Yeah, no, he's definitely not. He's definitely not. And he would have. And then so somebody said, "Well, the 50 million don't count now because he's making 85." Well, he done got stopped now since then, right? And he's on the verge of the 85 being all he has left if he gets beat again. But this just goes to show the level of the sport of boxing in the UK, because Derek Chisora is still doing big events in the UK, and he's have 9 losses already. 9. He has 9 losses already. You were not going to have 9 losses in the States and be a big draw. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. However you look at it, I don't care how you look at it. You have 9 losses on your resume, it's over. It's over. And there is no proof to any of Anthony Joshua's actual numbers. We always giving him the benefit of the doubt. But there's never no concrete proof about you. People love to want to see the actual proof from Deontay Wilder. But I never hear anybody asking for the actual proof from Anthony Joshua, these same fans. It's amazing. And here's the thing. Deontay Wilder was willing to take a flat fee, and all he asked in return, I love how people just overlook everything. Right? He asked for in return, I'm going to take a flat fee as long as in the rematch, after I win in the rematch, because you want the rematch clause. Right? So as long as in the rematch, you take the numbers in reverse. That's fair deal, right? Because now he would be undisputed and undefeated and would have defeated Joshua. So why would, at that point, he give Joshua the lion's share of the money? No, he said in reverse, we take the split in reverse. That's only fair. And Joshua said no. Eddie Hearn then went on to say there will be no rematch clause. But at the same token, Eddie Hearn says, now, last time I checked, Deontay Wilder is the longest reigning champion in the sport of boxing. So that means he was the champion longer than Anthony Joshua, right? And so, Kurt, check this out. He says, Eddie Hearn, I will not let any champion, if you're a champion, your promoter would be silly to allow you to go in any fight without a rematch clause. This is what Eddie Hearn said. So why would he offer Deontay Wilder a contract without a rematch clause when he said it's absolutely silly for any champion to fight without a rematch clause? That just goes to show he did not want to make the fight. He put that stipulation in the contract because he knew Wilder wasn't going to take it. Am I right, Kurt?
That's true. They never wanted to fight Wilder. They, I knew that from the get go. They didn't want to have nothing to do with Wilder. He was way too dangerous then. So you can imagine now, but they're not going to tell us that how dangerous Wilder is, man. And if Joshua loses on Saturday, next Saturday, that's it. That's all she wrote. The Joshua fan base just wanted a guy who wanted to be the face of boxing because they never had it. So they wanted him to be that crossover guy, that was a sex symbol and, he's the unbeatable heavyweight champion. They wanted that type of guy, the guy that we always had, and Ali and other great heavyweights. They wanted him to be that guy. But when him losing and they're going to inflate the numbers, it's not going to matter one bit, if he gets knocked out next Saturday by Ruiz.
Yep. Hey, listen, my peoples, I'm going to have to remove the comments. I don't want to have to remove the comments. We can't have derogatory comments and certain words in the comment section. So y'all know your comments, man. Retract those comments because I'm going to have to do it. Easy Two Feathers, retract that comment you put out there. Who else we got? Sam Michael Brunson, retract that comment. This I don't even know him, so I'm just gonna remove you, bro. Sorry, bro, but I can't have those comments in the comment section, man. YouTube is watching. Retract your comments, man. Retract your comments. I'm gonna have to remove the comments, man. I can't remove the comments in this format, so I gotta remove your whole I have to put you in timeout. So I'm gonna ask y'all to remove the comments, man. We can't have the right. I know it's just boxing talk and everybody's excited and we just you're getting in the groove, but we can't have those comments in the comment section, man. YouTube is on me, man, heavy. So I need all of y'all to retract those comments. If you left any comments, you put in there that's derogatory or whatever. So whatever there be, maybe, man, remove it, man. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to. I only have the option to either put you in timeout with moving it or hide you from the channel. So I don't want to do either. So I'm gonna ask y'all to just go ahead and retract your comments, man. I would love to just have some straight up boxing talk and just cut loose like we in the backyard, or I don't mind that, man. But YouTube does, so that's a problem. So listen, man, smash the like button, man. We should have 400 likes. I don't know. I can't see the likes. How many likes we got, man? Smash the like button. Smash the like button. Anybody tell me how many comments we got? Yeah. You can't have you can't. What do they call it? Swearing, right, Kurt? You can't swear and certain words, man. Y'all know the words, man. You got to retract for them words, man.
Yeah, we on a platform that YouTube is looking at very closely. So people, we just here to talk boxing. No curse words or offensive language, man. I know it's just boxing is very emotional sport. We have rivalries, but try your best to curb those nasty little tweets.
Yeah, because YouTube is on us, man. And we got 289, man. We got 410 people. Let's get the likes up to 400, man. We got 410 people watching us. Let's get it up to 400 likes at the very least, man. Smash the like button. Get the likes to 400, man. And so, I apologize to y'all, man, because I know we having fun, man. We in the groove and we talking, and we just want to chop it up, man. But unfortunately, YouTube moderates. They're watching right now. I'm almost certain. So this is what they do, man. And I apologize to y'all, man. But smash the like button, get the likes up. Hey, they censor everything, man. Unfortunately, but yeah, Kurt. And my thing is this: pull count the boxer, salute. And my thing is this, right, Kurt? I think that unfortunately for Joshua fans, that Deontay Wilder is a bad matchup. He's going to be he's a horrible matchup for Anthony Joshua. Am I right, Kurt?
It's a terrible matchup for Joshua, man. You have a robotic guy who has bad defense, who can't get out of the way of a right hand, fighting a guy who has probably the most devastating right hand next to Tommy Hearns in boxing history, who's athletic, man. So, if they ever fought, I expect Wilder to talk Joshua into 3 or 4 rounds. It's a terrible matchup, man. And, I'm not going to lie. If Ruiz win, I'm going to be laughing, man, because they're going to be so disappointed in Anthony Joshua's career. His career was manufactured, against people they know he can beat, but fighting Ruiz, it backfired. But like I said, if you can hit Joshua, you can beat him. That's what Amy heavyweight. So I can't wait for next Saturday, man. You got the SEC playoff game, not playoff game, division game with LSU and Georgia, and then you got Joshua versus Ruiz, man. I just can't wait for next week, man. Big fight.
Yeah, man. We got some exciting time, man. It's an exciting time to be a fan of the sport of boxing. And I love the undercard too, Kurt. You got Michael Hunter versus Alexander Povetkin, and then you have Dylan Mike, Maurice Watt, and Scott Quigg, I believe, is on the undercard, but I think he might have pulled out. But those are it's exciting. At least at the very least, we know who they are on the undercard. You know what I mean? So I like it, man. That Alexander Povetkin Michael Hunter fight, I like that fight. I
want to see how good Hunter is.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very interesting fight. You never know in boxing. We had a big upset earlier. Zolani Tete got knocked out by Casimero, a guy from the Philippines. That's a huge upset. So, boxing, anything can happen. I'm looking forward to the month of December starting next Saturday.
Yeah, I absolutely can't wait. Peace and blessings, Georgia Peach. How you doing, Georgia Peach? Peace and blessings to you, Queen. Georgia Peach Denise. Peace and blessings to you, Queen. Yeah, so Abel Mahari in the building. What's good, Abel? Mosquito, what's good? A Russian, salute. Scan Rant, salute. Yeah, Kurt. So let's get up off of here, man. Kurt, we was on for an hour already.
Oh man, it goes so fast when you're having fun, brother. You know how the show, we just, we got good chemistry, man. We just flow, man. Like EPMD, we just flow. So, we see you guys next time, man. But I ain't expect to be on today. Blue hit me up, and I'm going to show support and spread my knowledge, man. Just talk boxing, man.
Yeah.
With the chat. And that's all it is, man. Sometimes we make it more of it than what it's supposed to be, but hey, we brought you a good show today.
Yeah, Kurt, and the only reason I jumped on Kurt because I saw the debate, and in the last second, I'm like, man, because I'm supposed to be at the barbershop already. My barber waiting for me. He texting me now, but the only reason I jumped on, I'm like, man, let's talk about this real quick, Kurt, because we knew they was gonna come out the woodwork. You know what I mean? They're gonna start pouring out, man. They're going to start pouring out. So the last second, man, me and Kurt decided to jump on, man. And it just happened so it's around our time, you know what I mean? It just happened so. I was eating when I came on, Kurt, because I had no plans to do this. I'm actually going out, and the wife don't even know I'm on here. If she know I'm on here. Yeah,
I just finished the Thanksgiving food leftovers, and my wife left out, and I was sitting here watching Auburn and Alabama. And I got the text for you, and I said, let me jump on, man, because as much as I love college football, boxing, I love to talk boxing, man. I can talk all day and night about it.
Yeah. Hey, Kurt, my wife don't even know I'm on. If she knew I'm down here, she probably I told her I'm eating, so she don't even know I'm down here on here. If she knows I'm on here, man, she gonna be like, what are you doing? Salute to Jay Cooley on the super chat. Get them greens and salute, family. Salute to you, King. Yeah. Go ahead, Kurt. Close this out, man.
Hey man, it's already shown one card. They got another card tonight. Valdez is fighting Adam Lopez after Gutierrez was overweight by 11 pounds.
11 pounds. He didn't even attempt to come. He had no inkling. He had no plans to come in at 130. Not one single plan.
No, he must went to the all family buffet last night or something. But I'm gonna watch that tonight. The fight. I'm watching these college football games. I'm just going to chill, man, and I want everybody to just have a great Saturday evening. You can catch me tomorrow on OG Boxing Talk. Everybody enjoy the evening. You, Blue, your family, everybody in the chat. Thank you for spending your time. And Bang New Media, the almighty LDBC is always in effect. And hey, man, we see you guys in another show.
Absolutely, man. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hey, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed? Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow us on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all we got for y'all. We gone. Peace.
Peace.